it's been amazing to watch the change from what you were doing. Like, because I knew you were into cooking, but I didn't know you were so deeply into it until I started seeing you posting. I was like, damn, he's really deep. And then I saw your followers go up, and I was like, what's going on?
Here's the thing, Jay. Like, you know, it's not even. I think I've said this a couple of times, but the way I explain it, it's not even so much I'm into cooking. I'm really into eating.
Yeah.
Eating is my thing.
Yeah.
And so cooking is my way to
get to the eating.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Wine Tasting with Giants. I definitely have a giant in my eyes here.
Yeah.
We're talking about my boy Vince Vasquez, who's always here for the food. But before we get into that, you know what we're doing. We're talking about the wine. So we're going to talk about today Nottingham Cellars Chardonnay out of Livermore. And I will definitely this will be a little bit better picture of this when I actually produce the film. But yeah, this is what we got. Nottingham Cellars Chardonnay, and this is 2020. So because you are the guest here,
Yeah.
we're gonna put our nose in the wine and we're gonna taste it together.
All right.
Put your nose in the wine and tell me what you think, what you're getting.
Just put it right up
Yeah,
in there.
right up in there. Don't be shy. And you just yell out whatever you get. If you get tennis balls, if you get I don't care what it is.
Fluorescent
bro.
lighting.
Exactly.
No, I was actually gonna say I got some pineapple in here.
Okay.
Is it pineapple? And maybe some. Did you say tennis ball because tennis ball is a part of this?
No, I was joking.
I think I'm breathing into this thing.
Now I'm catching tennis balls all of a sudden.
You're supposed to breathe back into the thing?
No, you're not.
Supposed to fog up like this?
It's like a cigar where you take smoke a cigar and you don't inhale.
No, I smell Filipino. Smells like pork and vinegar and soy sauce. Ugh. No, this doesn't smell anything like that.
Soy sauce.
No, that's me. I smell like all those things. I just made
Hey
adobo.
man, you love the food, bro.
Yeah, I love the food. I'm doing this all wrong, Jake.
No, it's all good,
dude.
So pineapple is. I'm gonna jump piggyback on what you said.
Okay.
Pineapple is like one of the first things that's jumping out at the nose.
Yeah.
So that's a good call. I'm also getting like a little bit like a banana too, right here, like a perfectly ripe banana going on here too.
Oh, I smell that banana. Okay, let me breathe out here.
Yeah. Getting any stone fruit like peaches or anything like that, or
I'm getting a summer's day
summer's day. I like a summer's day.
in Bali.
In Bali, have you been to Bali?
I have been to Bali.
Really?
Yeah, and Bali smells like flowers.
I've always wanted to go to Bali.
It's crazy, man. It's a beautiful place. I love it.
Maybe that's what we're gonna do for our anniversary.
Indonesia is a great place, man. It smells Indonesia like Bali, Indonesia smells like flowers.
Like-
and this is kind of what it smells like.
I like that.
Yeah, very fragrant.
I'm also getting like a little bit of a pear thing going on here too.
Yeah, I smell that pear. It smells like wine.
It does smell like wine.
It smells like
since it smells like wine, let's see if it tastes like wine. Let's drink it.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Thank you.
Gargle. No,
I wasn't sure what you were doing.
no. So when I do that,
My bad. I was just trying to
let me just explain what I was doing
swim in the
right
water
there.
with it. Sorry, Jay. Just
No, it's all good. No, so this is the thing.
I wanted to be on your level, bro.
This is the thing. So I always put my nose in the wine first of all to I want to understand what's going on in the wine. There's a lot of, we get more out of the wine as an experience when we smell it. So you can figure out like flavors of earth. You can figure out floral stuff that you were talking about, types of fruit. And then when I taste it, the first thing I do is ask if it's good. So if you taste it, if it's delicious, is it good for you?
It was really good.
Okay.
It's very crisp.
Yes.
Like refreshing in the mouth. Like I felt like it kind of blanketed my mouth with just this like nice aura.
I like that. Okay. So that's the first thing, because it's always about if it tastes good.
Yeah.
Then I can talk about the structure and all that other stuff. So when I taste it, I'm trying to figure out if all the stuff on the nose translated to the mouth, to the palate.
Okay.
And so when I tasted this just now, I'm not gonna get into the structure because structure is different. But if I'm talking about just aromas and stuff that was going on on the nose, I definitely got what you're saying. I got pineapple, got like kind of like a little bit of a riper pineapple on the palate.
Yeah.
I get like some of that pear on the finish, which is still going. It's a very long finish. I'm also getting like a little bit of like a
still
a
taste
banana thing in the, yeah, exactly. That finish is super long. Getting like a banana thing in the mid palate to the finish. And let me taste a little bit more.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm ready.
It's also like a little bit of like a honeysuckle thing going on in the mid palate to the finish. It's the pear is way more pronounced at the beginning of the palate, and as far as structure being like acid, tannin normally, and finish. This one structure has.
Get a little bit more.
This has like, oh, do your thing. Has like medium plus acid, I would say here, because my mouth is still watering after it goes down. My mouth is still watering quite a bit.
Salivating.
Yeah, exactly. That's that kind of like acid you're getting, kind of around the back of your tongue, and then there's like this minerality thing that kicks in the back of your tongue too.
Dude, I've never put this much thought into this.
Yeah, that's the thing though.
And I'm the taste bud.
And he's a taste bud. We're gonna get into taste bud in a second.
Like I can feel it. I don't know. This is the first time I've like tasted wine like truly like this.
Well, wine's an experience, man. Like that's you could just drink it, and we do just drink it a lot of times. But I'm saying like if you're trying something for the first time, you want that first experience. It's like the first kiss with somebody that you're in love with and you've been with forever. You always remember the first time you guys actually kissed.
Yeah. Because
that was an experience. You remember everything about that kiss, and so because of that, we kind of look at wine the same way. It's the same thing with the food too.
It's like I'm making out with this thing.
You need to make out with it. Get your tongue in that mother.
Should I? Here's the problem, though. Okay, because when you were talking, I didn't even. So I just said, "Oh, I tasted it," and then I just like chugged the last one.
That's okay. We got more wine, bro. We're gonna get through this.
Which just went straight to the back of the throat. So I gotta like keep it in my mouth longer. That's the thing for me, Jay. Is like, I'm an automatic swallow. Sorry, I know that doesn't sound right, but like, that's the thing. Is like I just want instant satisfaction. Being serious, guys, kind of hurts my feelings. You guys laughing so much. Being open for the first time in my life.
Okay, I'm gonna stay focused.
I'm so sorry. It's cathartic. Dude, you make a good therapist.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much, Jay.
Oh my god.
Really appreciate you coming here today.
Damn it, Vince.
Like, should I just lie down on this and you just talk?
This is what happens when you bring friends on your show. You just start cracking up.
My bad.
It's all good.
I'm so sorry.
I think you need some more wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, so the thing is, it's about the experience. I love this one. I think there's no tannin on this because there's not really overly skin contact or like barrel tannin. The finish is mad long on this wine. I highly recommend it, yo. Yeah. It's so good.
Doesn't it kind of change a little bit? It's kind of changed.
It definitely changes. Well, it's the air because now that it's starting to get a little bit more oxygen in the wine. We've had it open for a little bit. It was a little bit more crisp when it first hit your palate. Now it's getting a little bit more like seamless on the palate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really dig it.
That's crazy.
A little bit of white flowers going on.
Yeah.
Cheers, bro.
Dude,
this is really good. We're going to cheers a lot on this show, though.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So,
Nottingham, thank you. You're doing
shout out to Jeremy over at Nottingham, man. I appreciate the hookup with this wine. This is a wonderful wine, and I highly recommend this for everybody. Go to Nottingham in Livermore. They are killer, for real. But we're talking about my boy Vince Vasquez. This is not about wine. It's not about me. You see there's food here. This is my foodie homeboy, and let me just introduce you a little bit to what this guy does. He has a lot, and I have everything written down so I don't forget any. But I'm gonna stick it to 3. He is the owner of Taste Bud, this cool snack that we're gonna talk about later on. He's a home cook. He's a food influencer. If you go to his Instagram, you will not be disappointed. It is amazing. Like talk about food porn, man. Like it's hard to look away. And you know I like to look, so yeah, that's what it's all about.
Makes me like a food porn director. Like I'm all about those.
Like angles. You're all about those ankles.
Yeah.
Well, I want to welcome you to the show, my friend. Thanks for even gracing me with your presence on here, and thanks for all this cool little food. We're gonna be snacking throughout this show, just so you guys, know what he's doing. And with all that being said, when you started on social media. What was the first thing that got you wanted to get into social media, period? I'm not even talking about the food right now, but like when you first started thinking about like everybody's on social media, but I know that some people are just like kind of standoffish. you've always seemed very forthcoming and very open on social media.
Yeah.
What
Just
brought that about?
in general.
How comfortable? How did you get so comfortable? That should be the question.
I think for myself, I've always been fairly social, and even when I was like awkwardly social, I always knew in my mind what I wanted to do in terms of like, having friends and having people over, and that's always been like with my wife and I. That's always been part of like our thing, is having people over and having people come over for drinks, having people over come for food. And I love how food and drink is so communal, brings people together. Growing up in a Filipino household, I think most people could relate. I mean, really in any household, like food is what brings people together, right? And we think Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, like all these things. When you boil it down, it's like a gathering around food, getting people together. And I think that's always kind of been in my mind.
Okay.
In terms of social media, I like experiencing things. I like doing stuff.
You seem so comfortable. Like you always seem so comfortable on it.
I will say, like, I wasn't always as comfortable. It wasn't probably until like college when I just got way more social, and just kind of, I just made a ton of friends, made a lot of connections with people, and I think for myself, I always try to put myself out there.
I get you.
Live life to the fullest, right? Like in my mind, life is like a buffet, right? And I'm just trying to get a little taste of everything. Yeah.
I like that answer. It's so funny you say that. I was literally having a conversation with two of my best friends earlier this week. We tend to get together randomly, and they wanted to watch some of the NCAA.
Yeah.
But the thing is with us, it's always we have fun watching the games and we drink together and always have a good meal. But it always goes back to like life and things that we take away from life. Yeah. And something you just said kind of struck a nerve with me because that's exactly how I've been looking at it. I feel like a lot of times what we're trying to do is we have these amazing moments in life, and we spend a lifetime trying to find the next amazing moment or recreate that same one that we had before, so we can keep on living our life to the fullest and enjoying life. So I like the way you put that answer. Speaking of eating, like with all this food and stuff that you're doing, so you basically said that family is the reason that kind of sparked your passion with food, or?
Yeah, I think when it comes to nostalgia, nothing tastes better than memories. I mean, I wasn't eating like Wagyu steaks or anything when I was a kid.
Man,
but
who was?
Yeah, but
unless Will Smith.
Yeah, there's something to be said. Like I was making this eggplant dish. It's a Filipino dish called tortang talong, and it like my grandma used to make this all the time, and she would stink up the whole house because she would roast the eggplants right over the electric stove, right? And I would always go to my grandma, I'd be like, no, that's not how you cook. You're supposed to put it into a pan. And she was always like, scolding me, like, no, this is what we do. And I remember that smell of roasted eggplant would fill the house. And when I was a kid, I didn't really appreciate it as much. And now, anytime I smell roasted eggplant, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. Or even when I have something like, I don't know, like I had baba ganoush the other day. It's like a roasted eggplant dish. Yeah. And I was like, dude, this is like so similar in terms of the texture, the creaminess that you get from tortang talong. And, it's just like immediately you're like, oh my God, I'm 5 years old again.
Right? It takes you right back, right?
Takes you right back. And so those food memories, just growing up around food and just, I think in college, food became a thing where we would go to restaurants or we would go to places, we'd go to LA. Oh, let's go get Pink's hot dog, or let's go to San Luis Obispo and go get, tri-tip sandwiches.
So cool.
Right? And it was just like, that became like our thing, was like to go travel and have food. Anthony Bourdain, I think, was a big part of this.
Huge for me too.
Yeah.
Huge influence on me.
Food Network. I mean, just seeing, that aspect, just people going out there, having food, celebrating. I thought that was really big for me.
So with all the stuff that you have going on, the one thing that really kind of pulled me in, to be honest with you, on social media, is your how not to eat.
Oh my God!
So you gotta explain to me the premise, how this became about, the premise behind it, because I cannot look away. Like I was sitting there, like, what is he doing? No, don't do that. Don't do that. So I gotta know.
That's honestly really funny, Jay, because here's the thing: is that I'm on social media a lot, looking at videos, looking at stuff. Getting ideas, getting inspired by stuff. And I saw a young woman, and she posted a video on how to eat a soup dumpling. And I remember watching the video, and I was like, that's so funny. Like, do you really need someone to tell you how to eat? Like, you can just eat, just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And so my wife and I were leaving the gym,
Yeah.
right? We left the gym, and I was like, hey, let's go get soup dumplings. I got an idea for a video. And she had no idea what I had planned. And she's like, what do you want to do? And I was
Is
like,
this like the premise of your relationship too? Like you just have these ideas and like we're gonna go here
all the
and she's
time.
like,
Yeah, she had no idea.
okay, fine, let's go.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we live our life. I just have dumb ideas all the time. And so we go to
Shout out to her, supportive.
Yeah, we go to Bing's Dumplings, right? And we sit down, and I was like, hey, Vicky, get a video of me as soon as it comes out, as soon as the soup dumplings come out. I want you to like record me as soon as it comes out. And right when it came out, I was like, I'm just gonna stick it in my mouth. And she's like, why would you do that? And I was like, I think it'll be kind of funny. And because here's the thing is that I've done that before. I've done, like, the first time I had soup dumplings, I was an idiot, and I was just like, oh, and then I burned my mouth.
The shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, it was so good.
Yeah.
It was so delicious. So then, you know, fast forward to this night, and I was like, yeah, just record me. I'm going to put it in my mouth, and then as soon as I put it in, I was like, that was so dumb. Like, that was a terrible idea.
Like, what is he doing?
Yeah, I mean, it just burst in my mouth. I mean, and then I did it. Here's the thing, is that the first time I did it, I couldn't even like swallow it right away because it was so hot. I spit it out, and so I did it two more times after that. And yeah, I was like, you know, this is so dumb, but let me just put it on there. It's entertaining, right?
It was definitely entertaining.
And that's the thing.
I was crying laughing.
And then I did
guy.
it. Yeah, I did a couple more. I did like the how not to eat pho.
The wasabi one was funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, so the ones I did when it came to the soup dumpling, it was something I did, right? And then when it came to pho, you know, I saw this couple, this old elderly couple, and they'd never had pho before, and they got the side dish of vegetables, the herbs and stuff like that, and they started eating it like a salad, and I was like, hey. You don't eat it like a salad. That's the condiment that goes on top. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much. And I was like, dude, there's no directions that come here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Right? And so I made fun of that. And yeah, the wasabi, I had a friend in college who ate a bunch of wasabi because he thought it was avocado. And so it was just me reliving some of these things. Yeah, I got a couple more in the barrel.
I like that.
That are coming out.
I can't wait to check them out.
Yeah.
So not only do you have that one, so this is kind of like a is that kind of a series type of thing?
It's kind of a series, yeah. It's kind of stopped because it is painful.
Yeah.
But I still have ideas.
Yeah, you got balls. Yeah. I saw it and I was like, he is crazy.
A lot of people are like, dude, you'll do anything for likes. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's the case.
I feel that. Well, let me ask you this, because you have how not to eat.
Yeah.
What other things do you have going on? Like, what other series type of things that you have going on right now on your social media that people can check out?
My social media, I do something with my kids. I got a 5-year-old daughter. Her name's Violet, and I have a 2-year-old son. So I do this thing called Bay Area Bakery Boys. One day, Vinny and I, my 2-year-old, we went to a Vietnamese bakery just to get some bread, and we didn't even get to the car yet, and Vinny was like halfway done with our baguette. And I was like, dude, Vinny, I like looked at Vinny, and I was like, Vinny, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna like make a whole series of you and me just going to bakeries and just trying sampling food.
I love it.
And then Violet was like, you know, we get home and Violet's like, oh, I want to go, Daddy. And so then that was one of the things. So we just go around. We've been going to like a lot of donut shops, boba places, Bay Area Bakery Boys plus Violet. What else do I do?
That's really cute.
And then a lot of the home cooked stuff. I've been kind of focusing actually on Filipino food.
Okay.
Filipino food is kind of my comfort zone. The crazy part, which I think some people find surprising, is that I don't actually cook as much Filipino food as people might think I do. But I think, you know, for me, I know all about the flavors. I know I've had experience. I mean, you know, growing up Filipino, but it's something like some of the dishes like I'm making are things that, you know, I've actually making for the first time, making for the second time. I mean, there's a couple of things that, I mean, you know, adobo, but I'm making adobo like so many different ways because there's so many people who make adobo different ways. I mean, every part of the Philippines has their own version. Every family has their own version.
So true.
And
you know, my lady's Filipino, so
yeah,
I get it. Everybody has their own.
She's actually giving me some ideas.
Sinigongs and like some different styles of like all types of. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, and so that's a whole like there's a whole like repertoire just in that when it comes to Filipino food, and then just comfort food. I mean, I love to eat. I love things that taste good.
Why we get along.
Yeah, man.
That's exactly why we get along.
And restaurant reviews, that's the other thing. I've been doing more restaurant reviews.
Okay.
Because I was doing a lot of home cooked stuff, but then we go out to eat all the time.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, let me just throw in some of these little restaurant reviews.
What's one of the? Give me one of your favorite reviews that you've got. Like one of the ones that were the most surprising. One of the most surprising restaurants you went to, and you're like, oh damn, this is really good.
So there's a place in San Mateo, Gao. It's a Vietnamese restaurant.
Okay.
It's, I mean, we've been back there so many times, but it's a fantastic place. The thing about it is that it's not just your typical Vietnamese food. The chef there is trying to elevate Vietnamese food, do something a little bit different.
Okay.
So it's not what you'd always expect. So if you're looking for just like, a bowl of pho,
Yeah.
you might be a little surprised with what you find there.
Okay.
But he's doing...
It's like not fusion. It's just like kind of elevated style, or
yeah, a little bit elevated, and he's just kind of putting his own twist on things. Okay. It's amazing, and we went there. He offered us something called a pho shot.
Okay.
And so he gave us like shots of whiskey, followed with a pho chase. And
I love this guy.
And it's not just broth. It's not just like broth. It's like there's bone marrow in it. There's the green onions in it. Yeah. Last time we were there, he put sriracha in it.
Bruh, next time you go,
dude, yeah.
let me know that. Yeah, that's my kind of place.
He's got a great little like drink program.
Okay.
He makes this thing. They make this thing called the Holy Gao.
Okay.
And so yeah, it's like this lime. I don't even know what's in it, but it's good. There's lime. There's jalapeno. There's mint. It's tasty.
A lot of different types of flavors and stuff going on.
It's really good, man.
So this brings me back to like the product that you have right now, the Taste Bud. I had the privilege of getting a couple bags of his Taste Bud. He has a spicier one and a standard one.
Crack snack.
Kind of like a mix, like a trail mix type thing, right?
Yeah, I have a bag. Should I grab the bag?
Oh yeah, please.
Tell Vicky.
Our producer is going to go ahead and grab the bag. Thank you.
Sorry.
Producer slash girl slash wifey slash significant other slash all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I had the privilege of tasting this. It's amazing, by the way. It's delicious. If you go to my stuff on Instagram, you'll see I've done a video. I got to pair wines with it. And I think I did a damn good job, to be honest with you.
Pretty cool.
And for the price of the wines, I think these were really good wines for this for his snacks.
Thank you, Jeff.
With that being said, though, what was the impetus for this? What made you decide to create this?
Yeah. There it is. There's a bag right here. Yeah. So this is affectionately called Crack Snack. I didn't come up with that name. It was actually some of our friends who were like, oh, you got to give me some more of that Crack Snack.
I love it.
And yeah, people were messaging me. Like, so I was selling this at our gym. Selling it to friends, and they're like, oh, like there was quite a few people who were like, oh man, it's so good, it's addictive, like crack. I don't know honestly what crack tastes like.
I mean,
it sounds good.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Actually,
it sounds amazing.
A whole generation of people were, addicted to it, so it must be good.
And so that's what I'm going for. I'm trying to hit up all those people. Yeah, I just know that there's people who. They gotta get that fix. No, for me, I'm so sorry, people. If you're dealing with drug dependence, I can help you.
I'm drinking my wine.
Yeah, I have the snack mix that can help you. No, but seriously, when it comes to the Crack Snack, my wife. So I was doing I did a burger pop up, and just little things, and I was like, man, how can I get people to taste some of the stuff I'm making? And when it came to making this coffee mix, it was something I'd make for Christmas.
Yeah.
Give to friends, family, coworkers and stuff like that. And then I was just like, maybe I should try selling this, right? Try to sell it to people.
Why not?
Yeah. And so, like a drug dealer, first I just gave it out for free. Yeah.
Get a little sprinkle, a little bit.
You want to try some of this? Try some of this? Okay, now it's gonna be $20.
I love it.
Just get hooked.
That's how it works.
That's the thing. 10 crack commandments.
Brother, see, Biggie.
I am getting high off my own supply though. I made this so much, but I still I continue I'm making it and snacking on it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, it's one of those things where I was like, this is something that I can make, I could ship out to people, give to people, because I can't. It's hard for me to ship a burger to somebody.
Of course.
Right.
I hear you.
And yeah, this was just one of those things. I was like, man, I make this stuff. Let me.
This guy, man.
Spread my love.
Through food.
Yeah, through food. Through food. And we had people the crazy part is that I had people on Instagram who were ordering this who never tried it before, which just boggled my mind. right? They're just going on like
What people
on what I'm posting.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what happens.
It's like, dude, what else should I sell online? Should I
This
just
is, the thing, this is the thing that I'm realizing, and I'm not a social media person. If you would have saw my earlier videos, I mean, it's not that great now, but before, he's been comfortable since the beginning from what I've seen. Me, I had to work to get to where I'm at right now, and in those earlier videos, I was trying to figure out why I was even doing this. But people who have been in the game for a long time, I've talked to them, and they've always said that social media, once you start bringing people in about stuff that you're passionate about. Yep. If you have a product, why not let them know about it? Because they will support. That took me a long time to get, but I'm starting to understand it more now. And that's cool that happened with you, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. And so, I just kind of took off. I mean, I sold it at Christmas time, and then I sold it again around Super Bowl. And yeah, I've just had like lots of inquiries and stuff about this. So it's pretty neat.
Let's keep it going, guys.
Yeah, it's neat that I'm able to like, spread this to people.
Everybody. Well, again, I want to thank you for even doing this show with me. Yeah, like, this is my first one back, guys, as far as like in person. So I had to do it with a person I really respect and love what they're doing. And he's a food person. I'm a wine person. It just kind of makes sense for us to kind of be on camera together.
Taste bud, wine bud.
You got it. You got it. So where can people follow you?
People can follow me on The Taste Bud on Instagram, on TikTok. I have a small following on YouTube that I'm trying to get started. I think I have a Facebook out there too. But yeah, Instagram, TikTok, those are my two things that I've got right now. Come follow me on social media, and you can just see.
It's at The Taste Bud.
Yeah, at The Taste Bud.
Yeah.
The Taste Bud, okay? Because there's also a Taste Bud. Just Taste Bud. That's a little different for me.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about them.
Yeah.
We're about The Taste Bud.
The Taste Bud, right? Because it's, the good stuff. Okay? Yeah.
All right, man. Cheers. And everybody, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Wine Tasting with Giants. It's been a long time. I'm back, baby, and let's go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Jay.
No problem. So this is It's a Vibe cookbook that we just published from Armando Tam, Chef Armando Tam, and we're talking about beef steak on this recipe. It's one of my favorites in the whole book. We are really enjoying what this is doing, him with his food, Jayton Gunter with the wine pairings. Go check it out at grapesandsand.com. Cheers, guys.